Hello, my dear teachers. I feel so privileged when Father Uttam Hubert asked me to speak a few words to you all. I know that we are gathering together for the nursery teachers training, and with this very beautiful and touchy, catchy theme, teach by heart, teach, touch by love, talk with smile. I'm not going to exactly elaborate on this particular topic, but I just want to share with you my random thoughts in looking after students, especially the lower ones in the school. I have been involved in the school for quite many years, of course, for a few years in the college, and my father being a teacher, and my sisters are also still teaching, and my brother also was a teacher. I come from a teaching family, and I really love teaching myself too. My sister, who is 30 years teaching in the Bethany Sisters Run Institution in Mizoram. Uh, she is teaching the nursery children for 30 years, and she is not still not fed up. Even though she is this year, she will be facing this pension. But just I want to share to you my random thoughts. Teaching is not uh, a job, I should say. It is a profession, especially teaching the lower ones. It is a very important task that every teacher has. Speaking about teaching or with heart, I just want to share to you my experience when I was class 7. I have got a very close friend. We used to sit together just close to each other, and every day, one particular month, he used to come to school quite late. And when he come to school, he used to put his head down. He used to feel so weak. I myself could not understand why my friend was so active before, now he is so weak. And he used to be late for class and all. Then there was one class teacher, our class teacher, when she used to come to the class, when she used to see my friend putting down his head every time, she was so upset with my friend, my classmate. And one particular day, she told him, "Get up." And with much difficulty, he got up. "Why are you sleeping every time in my class? Why I put down a head every time in my class?" This boy, the friend of mine, did not answer. He just kept quiet. And my teacher was so upset with him, and with a stick, she even beat him. And just 1 week after that, we came to know that my friend is having blood cancer. They went to AIMS hospital in Delhi, and he was found that he is having uh, blood cancer. So I was recollecting back, it was because of that blood cancer which made my friend making so weak, so fragile, making him so every time feeling sleepy in the class. So from that time onwards, whenever I go to classroom to teach, I always evaluate why this person is sleeping, why this person is so restless, why this person is like this. Every teacher should evaluate that if you have 30 students in a class, there are 30 different human beings. Each one is unique. Each case has to be dealt differently. They're coming from different background, they're coming from different family background, having different difficulties, having different swings of moods. That's why we should not immediately judge at the spur of the moment. We should evaluate, talk to them, if possible, take them to the staff room and talk to them some difficult students which we find in the class. Talk to them in the class, in the staff room, personally, not addressing publicly. We should never do any public correction which will harm or hurt a student. This is also the education of Don Bosco himself. Don Bosco has got a very beautiful educational policy, which is called the Don Bosco system, the preventive system, which has got the reason, religion, loving kindness. When Don Bosco was at the age of 9, he had a dream, and there he was told that, and he found out that he should not tackle the difficulties with blows, but with gentleness and kindness. There is a guide given to him at the age of 9. From there on, Don Bosco, even though he faced so many difficult boys in Italy, he managed to face each and every boy individually. He corrected them. The whisper in the ear is very important. Whisper in the ear. Not publicly correcting them, maybe in the assembly time or in the classroom, but if you find any difficult student, take them to the staff room, especially for the nursery, which is the starting point of the education, academic career in the school. We have to be very gentle and kind. This is all the theme which you are reflecting with your resource person. Speak all about that. Teach by heart, touch by love, talk with smile. If we put into practice just these three important catchy phrases, I think you can be a very successful teacher. The students will really love you. You may feel that you are not successful at that particular moment, but the student will always reflect later in his or her life. Oh, when I was in nursery, when I was in KG, when I was in class 1, when I was in the lower section, when I was a student, he was my teacher, and I have learned so much from him, from her. Because I myself could recollect when I was in class 1, I was just 5 years old. Uh, what my teachers, how my teachers cared for me, still I could recollect now. That particular time I never reflect. But when I close my eyes and reflect back my life, then I used to think about how my teachers used to care for me, how they used to teach me. That is how I learned. That's why, my dear teachers, don't be in a hurry to change the life of students. We need lots of patience. Patience is one of the secret of success. In one day, we may not be able to change a boy or a girl. It will take time. It will take weeks. It will take months. It will take even years. Never be in a hurry. If you carry on clinging to your principle of teaching, your principle of loving a child, a student, that particular student, even if not change under your care, later in life, he or she will surely change. We can learn so much from the life of Don Bosco himself. He struggled a lot, and from his life of poverty, he wanted to study. But we may not find that type of determination in all our students nowadays. Because nowadays, many students are busy with mobile phones, many other gadgets. We cannot compare the time of Don Bosco and this present society scenario. But what is important is to evaluate the particular situation according to understanding, and accordingly adjust our way of teaching, our way of dealing with the students. Then only we can be successful teachers. My dear teachers, how many times do you pray for your troubled students? Instead of just grumbling and being upset upon them, do you really pray for that particular student who is troubling you in the classroom? The spiritual aspect is also very important, because education is an all-round development. It is not just teaching a textbook and making them learn by heart with our understanding, but what is important is their all-round development, emotional level, psychological level, and of course the academic level, intelligence, the spiritual aspect. So many things you have to think about, and for that we have to really work on it. We make lesson plans. When we make lesson plans, we don't make only according to the subject matter, the textbook. We make also lesson plans according to this all-round development which we think about. And Don Bosco's system of education is the best system of education. Many other pedagogies used to think about, and also they copy so many things from Don Bosco's system of education. And once again, speaking about the preventive system, never even hold a stick in the school, especially for nursery kids. Just when they see the stick, they may get frightened because they must have experience in their family life, father, mother, uncle, somebody beating them up. So when they see a teacher with a stick, they already think about that one. So what Don Bosco teaches us is that we should not beat them. We should not give corporal punishment. And especially nowadays, the government is very strict. If you give any corporal punishment, it can come to the case. We can be put into behind bars. That's why we have to be very careful in punishing the students. What is important is teaching them with the heart. Teach by heart. Touch by love. Talk with smile. Talk with smile. And when they see the smile, that is the most beautiful language. Smile is the most beautiful language. You may not be able to speak the language of the students, but the smile that you give to them is the most beautiful language you can give to them. Morning, when you stand near the classroom and smile at them, "Good morning, my dear students." They may not reply to you, but it goes deep down into their hearts. It speaks so much volume in their hearts. That's why, my dear teachers, I wish you all the best to continue to dedicate your life this beautiful profession of teaching the students, especially the lower classes. Make them the future leaders of the society. You are forming in front of you. There are many engineers, many doctors in front of you. Now they are just tiny human beings, but they are training them from this time. So please be gentle to them, speak them with love, smile to them, and understand them. If you find a problem with them, talk to them in their ears, whisper in their ear. It's so important. I wish you all the best. God bless you all. Thank you.